Now, here's the voice of the Banks Braves, Trevor Beard.
Test, test. There we go. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of a brain fart and forgot to plug in our audio equipment. Good evening. I'm voice of the Banks Braves and the Portland Barbers of Oregon AAA, American Legion Baseball. 100 years of the American Legion sponsoring all-star baseball across the country for youths ages 13 to 19. The Portland Barbers come in with a record of 8-0, as technically they travel for today's contest right across the freeway from their home stadium, Liberty High School, to Hillsboro BALLPARK, formerly a sponsored ballpark name. Hillsboro BALLPARK, the home of the single-A Hillsboro Hops, the minor league single-A affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Taking a look at the post-158 Portland Barbers, 8-0, scoring 89 runs in their first 8 contests, giving up just under 3 runs a game. Number 4, Joe Fagan, will lead off playing at shortstop. Number 15, Griffin Scott in left field. Number 18, Dakota Chun behind the plate. Number 19, Gabe Coltman will be in right field. Number 10, Carter Stewart at first base. Number 16, Connor Perry will be the designated hitter. Number 3, Torsten Hersum will play at third base. Number 18, Jaden Nakamura will get the start at second. Logan Nakamura will be in center field. And Declan O'Brien, number 7, will be the starting pitcher for the Barbers, wearing their gray uniforms, red numerals, kind of shiny metallic red numerals on the back with black trim, gray pants with red pinstripe, and the Barbers circular logo on the, actually no, it is their red Boston B on the left side of the chest, black hats with the red Boston B and red bill. For the Hillsboro Wet Sox, dark, kind of dark turquoise uniforms with white across the shoulder and down the arm to the elbow. Columbia blue or baby blue numerals with white trim on the back, and the Wet Sox logo, a pair of white and Columbia blue socks that appear to be getting rained on or being drenched in a puddle. Wet Sox will also be wearing their dark turquoise hats with the white and light blue Wet Sox logo over the center of the cap. We'll have the starting introductions in just a moment from our good friend Robert Jones, who's been with the Barbers over the last 2 games. I got a chance to meet him for the first time at Reynolds High School handling the best of the best high school all-star tournament a couple of weekends ago, back in early June. Coaches are exchanging lineups. Hillsboro Hops are on the road this week at Tri-City. Were eliminated from contention after having a chance for taking the first half crown of the Northwest League. Their loss at Tri-City, the Dust Devils, the single A affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, eliminated the Hops from contention last night. Mason Red and Joe Duran exchanging pleasantries and lineup cards with the umpires for today's game. Same two teams will be back here tomorrow night, same time at 6 o'clock. Again, we'll try to be on the air live at 5:45. Taking a look at the Wet Sox lineup, don't want to forget that. Number 13, Quentin Olson will get the start in right field. Number 22, Nigel Folland at shortstop. Number 14, Diego Richards will be at third base. Eli Brielle will be today's starting pitcher and will hit for himself. He'll be number 3. Number 10, Grayson Grover at second base. Number 2, Shea Munoz Cooper at first base. Number 20, Leland Boswell will be in center field. Number 15, Riley Dubois behind the plate. Number 21, Ethan Johnson in left field. Those are your starters for the Wet Sox. The non-starters listed at the bottom of each team's roster with no positions listed. Dimensions here at Hillsboro Ballpark, 325 down the left field line, 400 to straightaway left center field, just about 10-15 feet towards right field from the 400 marker. A giant blue wall to keep baseballs from making their way onto the softball field on the other side of the fence. But anything hit above the yellow line or the yellow foam padding on that wall will be a home run. 325, I believe, also down the right field corner, kind of blocked off a little bit from the sign by one of the net poles down the right field line as the starters are introduced for the Portland Barbers. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we should be ready for the national anthem when we return.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
And we're back a little bit early. We want to make sure we get you the national anthem in. Don't want to come back late after the national anthem has already started. And we're set for more great American Legion baseball between the Portland Barbers and the Hillsboro Wet Sox from Hillsboro Ballpark. Just south of Highway 26 as you're headed west towards the coast from Portland on the west edge of Hillsboro. A little bit better look at today's starter for the Hillsboro Wet Sox, number 3, Eli Briolo. Offensively for the Barbers in the first inning, as they will be today's road team, Joe Fagan at shortstop, number 15, Griffin Scott in left field, and Dakota Chun, catcher, will bat third. Leading off for the Barbers, shortstop number 4, Joe Fagan. First pitch from Brielle is a strike on the outside half of the plate, 0-1. Right-hander kicks and delivers. Sidearm attempt bounces well in front of the plate outside in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 pitch, swung on the inner part of the plate, grounder to third. Throw to first in time for out number 1. 5-3 on the putout. On the throw from Diego Richards to Cooper at first for out number 1. Now batting number 15, left fielder Griffin Scott for the Barbers. 1 out in the top of the first. Pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0 again outside, kind of a sidearm delivery. 2-0. If you're looking for more great high school athletics via streaming, Banks High School Athletics coming up in the 2025-26 season, once again on Westside Mobile Media YouTube channel and Westside's Greatest Hits.com. The 3-0 pitch is taken inside part of the plate for a called strike. 3-1. Affordable advertising packages include our online radio stations, Westside's Greatest Hits and Oregon Trail Country. And breaking ball looked well inside. Griffin Scott sure thought so, but strike 2 called. And he'll stay at the plate for at least another pitch. And that one misses outside. We have our first base runner of the game, Griffin Scott, on a 6-pitch walk after full count misses away. Now batting number 18, left-handed hitter, catcher Dakota Chun. Pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 from Brielle, outside to the left-handed hitter. 2-0, and Brielle again behind in the count early. Throw to first. All-turf facility here at Hillsboro Ballpark, very similar to Goss Stadium in Corvallis. Many stadiums, the only dirt is in the hitting circle around home plate. Pitch is fouled off, straight back. 2-1. Hops will be in a brand new ballpark next year. We shared pictures of the current goings on at that facility and its stage of construction as the Hops get prepared to play in that ballpark next year. Pitch is dropped on a pitch out to catcher Riley DuBois. 3-1 to Dakota Chun, runner at second. Pitch is driven to the gap in right center. That's going to drop and get over the center fielder's head. They're going to wave in Griffin Scott, and a 1-base hit, 1 run for the Barbers. They lead 1-0 with 1 out in the top of the first. Now batting with 3 home runs on the year, number 19, right fielder Gabe Coltman. Pitch from Brielle is outside, ball 1. Pitch gets away from the catcher, Du Bois. And Dakota Chun will reach third after an RBI in his first at-bat, scoring Griffin Scott, who walked for the first base runner of the game, walked and stole second. 2-0 pitch is just outside, ball 3. And Eli Brial is really having some issues finding the strike zone. Holds the glove way down about waist high. In the sidearm delivery, crosses the right front corner of the plate that time for the first strike of the at-bat, 3-1. Pitch is swung on late and lifted foul off the first base side, out of play, 3-2. Three-two pitch, dribbled past the pitcher, throw to the plate is in time for out number 2. Runner at first will reach on the fielder's choice. 2 outs for the Barbers on a slow ground ball back up the middle. Got past the pitcher initially, but charging hard on the play was the second baseman, Grayson Grover, to make the throw to the plate for 2 for the second out and prevent the second run for the Barbers from scoring. Gabe Coleman on a first, though, with 2 outs. Carter Stewart, first baseman, the hitter for the Barbers. Pitch is swung on, golfed to 1 in the dirt, 0-1. One pitch, swung on and missed. Fastball catches the outer part of the plate. Swinging miss regardless, so 0-2 either way, even if the pitch was out of the strike zone. The 0-2 to Stewart. Brial trying to get out of the inning, allowing just the 1 run. Pitch is, comes up well short, bounces in front of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch outside, swung on and lined down the third base line, but right there to make the grab is Diego Richards for out number 3. Barbers do pick up a run on a base hit and a walk. The walk turns into a stolen base and is able to score it from second after the RBI single to deep right center field on a long single for Dakota Chun, and the first RBI of the game. After half an inning, it's the Barbers 1 and Hillsboro coming to the plate when we return. Explore your world with Donna Mallard Hawkins at Infinity Escapes Travel. She's a Banks alum and can help you find great deals on cruises with Regent 7 Seas and discounts on guests with Virgin Voyages and Royal Caribbean. Want to stay ashore? Check out featured tours like National Parks of the American West, night tours of Croatia and Madagascar. Book your next vacation with Donna Mallard Hawkins and Infinity Escapes Travel, calling 823-634-8080 or visit infinityescapestravel.com. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, anytime is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483. And we're back, bottom of the first inning. Barbers a 1-0 lead at Hillsboro Stadium. 2025 Oregon AAA American Legion Baseball action. Area 4, Portland area AAA Legion teams. Again, Declan O'Brien getting the start on the mound for the Barbers. He will face number 13, Quentin Olson, right fielder for the Wet Sox, to start things off for Hillsboro. First pitch from O'Brien in there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Declan O'Brien, swung on and flared over the top. That's going to bounce off the brick on the Hillsboro Stadium side of the facility. Football just behind the box seats here at Hillsboro Ballpark. The 0-2 pitch is going to be line lifted to the left fielder. Very little movement necessary from Griffin Scott as he makes the catch easily for out number 1. Now batting number 22, Nigel Folland, Wet Sox shortstop. First pitch from O'Brien, strike taken knee high, 0-1. Pitch is in the dirt, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 the count as that pitch finds its way across the plate. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, pitch was fouled off out of play. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called. Looked outside from up here, but that will be the first strikeout for Declan O'Brien. 2 outs in the bottom of the first, bringing up number 14, Diego Richards, third baseman. Pitch is low and away for ball 1. 2 outs for Hillsboro in the bottom of the first inning. They have not had a base runner yet. 1-0 is also outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Declan O'Brien's 2-0 is low. Looked like it cut across the plate right to left, but may have been below the strike zone. Home plate umpire says, let's pick up the pace. Pitch is taken all the way, 3-1. O'Brien's 3-1 pitch is lifted to right, drifting towards the line, chasing it down, able to make the catch as his momentum carries him into foul territory near the high school bullpen area in front of the box seats deep along the first base side. After 1 full inning, Barbers 1, Wet Sox nothing. Hillsboro no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We return with the top of the second inning in just a moment.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
At One Credit Union, every individual is unique, with different needs, different wants, and different goals. This is who we are, and we live here. Our families live here. Our friends live here. This is our home, because to us, you're not a number. You're an individual. One Credit Union. Individuals welcome.
Top of the second inning, leading off for the Barbers. Number 16, Connor Perry, grounder to short. Throw to first in time for out number 1 to start the second inning. That'll bring up number 3, Torsten Hersum, third baseman. First pitch to Torsten, strike taken. Breaking ball that drops as it comes across the plate. Belt high. Driven through the gap, that's going to drop for a 1-out single for Torsten Hersum, second base hit of the game for the Barbers. Batting number 8, Jaden Nakamura, second baseman for Portland. Is well inside, and it's going to get lost. No, it actually hit Jaden, so Barbers have runners at first and second. 1 out in the top of the second. Now I'll bring up number 1. Bottom of the order, Logan Nakamura, center fielder. Declan O'Brien will not hit. Catcher Riley Dubois comes out to meet with Briol. Logan Nakamura, center fielder, the hitter for the Barbers. That one is going to be sliced foul off the third base side. I believe that bounced off one of the plastic tarp roofs. Kind of the VIP area. Right on the edge of the concourse. Just above the very end of the metal bleachers. Pitch is outside that time, 1-1. One pitch misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Logan Nakamura. Grounded to short, backhanded throw to third is wide, and that's going to go as an error for Hillsboro, and all base runners are going to be safe. Hillsboro, I think, had a chance at a double play if they had let the runner at third. Well, first base was empty, so they couldn't have got double play at first and second. At least, though, it should have been a fielder's choice. Again, top of the order, Joe Fagan, shortstop, racing in. Wild throw goes long, and they're not going to get the throw in time, so that will go as a sacrifice and an E7 on the left fielder on the throw. 2-0 Barbers. Pitch is outside to Griffin Scott, second at bat for him. We'll take away the second order that we mentioned a moment ago for the left fielder, because either way, he could have scored on even on if the throw was clean. Pitch is outside, 2-0 to Griffin Scott. 2 outs in the top of the second, 2-0 Barbers. 2 hits, 2 errors, or 1 error for Hillsboro. Time called. Griffin Scott steps out for just a moment. Duo from Brial is low and outside for ball 3. Strike 1 called, 3-1 to Griffin Scott. Runners at second and third. Logan Nakamura at first. Jaden Nakamura at third. Which is going to be cut. Diving late to make the grab, robbing Griffin Scott of a base hit and at least 1 RBI. Nice catch by the Hillsboro center fielder, Leland Boswell, to end the top half of the second. But the Barbers get another run on another base hit. And after 1.5, it's the Barbers 2 and Hillsboro nothing. 1 run, 1 base hit. No errors that time technically for Hillsboro. We'll be back with the bottom of the second in just a moment.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCB number 239855.
Do you have your next vacation planned? Whether it's time for a cruise, weekend getaway, or a bucket list resort, let Lazy Hammock Travel in North Plains help you. Lazy Hammock Travel, your passport to relaxation. Call Jason Ackerman at 503-332-5571 or visit their website, lazyhammocktravel.com. Lazy Hammock Travel, proud sponsors of Banks Braves Athletics and American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
Bottom of the second inning, Hillsboro still looking for their first base hit. Eli Briel, starting pitcher, leading off, pitches down and away for ball one. Pitch is well inside, 2-0. Off speed that time from Declan O'Brien, gets a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch, check swing, one around. Well, I think even if he hadn't gone around, it would have been strike 2 regardless. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, again off speed. Fooled him for out number 1. Bringing up number 10, second baseman Grayson Grover. Pitch is low and away. In fact, it's going to roll all the way to the backstop away from Dakota Chun for ball 1. The 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch is swung on and missed, tailing fastball on the outer part of the plate, 2-1. Well outside for ball 3, and Declan O'Brien in danger of giving the Wet Sox their first base runner of the game. Slow grounder to short. Throw to first in time for out number 2. 5 straight set down by Mr. O'Brien as Jay Munoz Cooper will take a turn at it. First baseman for the Wet Sox. Pitch is down and in, trapped by Dakota, ball 1. 1-0 swung on and lifted to left, and that's going to get past the right fielder. A base hit, a 2-out double for Shea Munoz Cooper, and some excitement for the Hillsboro fans, their home ballpark, with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. They have a runner in scoring position as Shea Munoz Cooper with a 2-out double to right center. O'Brien. Quick look at second. And Munoz Cooper being sent to the plate. And Dakota Chun has Munoz Cooper nailed for out number 3. Great throw on the by the center fielder for the Barbers. Hit Cooper at the plate. Logan Nakamura with a great throw as Leland Boswell with a second base hit of the game, but for Hillsboro, but they are unable to score in the bottom of the second. Again, getting out number 3 at the plate after 2. Hillsboro, no runs, 2 hits, no errors in the bottom of the second inning. We go to the top of the third. It's still the Barbers 2 and Hillsboro nothing.
Are you looking for a job with flexible hours, a way to support your community, or a first step toward a career in education? ESS has exciting substitute teacher and paraprofessional openings at schools throughout Eastern Yamhill, Columbia, and Washington counties. You'll enjoy creating your own schedule with weekly pay, ongoing training, and benefits. Begin your rewarding career in education by applying today at ess.com.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. And we're back. First pitch from the Barbers. I believe number 18, Dakota Chun, is a fly ball to left center. Caught for out number 1, bringing up number 19, right fielder Gabe Coldman. First pitch from Brielle is low and away, ball 1. Gets a piece of it chopped into the plate as it rolls foul to the backstop. 1-1. Not really a backstop here at Hillsboro Ballpark. All netting, other than maybe the top 2 to 3 feet of concrete wall separating the fans from the players. 3-1 the count. And Coldman is jammed. This one is popped straight up about a third of the way up the first base line, and coming in to make the catch is Brielle for out number 2. And Hillsboro trying to keep Portland off the board in the top of the third, something they have not been able to do each of the first 2 innings. They'll bring up number 10, Carter Stewart, first baseman. High chopper to third, second on a first pitch, swinging throw to first for 3 on the putout to end the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Barbers go in order in the top of the third inning. After 2.5, still the Barbers 2 and Hillsboro nothing when we return. Legacy Roofing can save your home from leaks, mold, and other issues related to an older roof, preventing future roof issues, saving you thousands of dollars. They use only the most trusted materials backed by an excellent warranty that is transferred if you ever sell your home. Legacy is tops in their field, earning the GAF Master Elite certification and the Golden Pledge warranty. For more information or to get a free quote, call 503-357-7663 today.
Divine Home Solutions can upgrade your kitchen with quality cabinets. Divine Home Solution focuses on quick turnaround time from lead to completion. They also have luxury vinyl plank flooring as well. Don't just make your kitchen beautiful, make it divine. Divine Home Solutions, 971-407-6742 or 971-325-7759 and online at divinehome.solutions.
And we're back top of the third inning, leading off for Hillsboro, I believe, is number 15, Riley DuBois, catcher. Pitch is well outside. Ball one. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, leave us a comment in the chat box underneath the broadcast window. The 1-0 from Declan O'Brien, grounded to second. Double clutch from Jaden Nakamura, the throw to first in time for out number one. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Westside Mobile Media YouTube channel to follow Barbers American Legion baseball all summer long and Banks High School athletics coming up for the 2025-26 season, starting with volleyball and football in the fall. First pitch to Ethan Johnson, left fielder, bottom of the order for the Wet Sox, is a called strike, 0-1. Waves at a pitch in the dirt outside, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch swung on and missed for Ethan Johnson. Another strikeout for Declan O'Brien. 2 outs for Hillsboro in the bottom of the third. Bringing up top of the order, number 13, Quentin Olson, right fielder. Pitch down and in to the top of the order for Hillsboro, 1-0. Again, backs him off the plate as that ball started inside and then actually broke behind him as it came near the plate. The 2-0 from Declan O'Brien, off speed, swung on and missed, 2-1. Two-one pitch is going to hit him, and there's that'll bring the tying run to the plate for Hillsboro, number 22. Nigel Folland, shortstop. Throw to first. Pitch is driven to right. Trying to chase it down in the corner, drifting towards the line to make the grab for out number 3 for the Barbers. Gabe Coleman able to track it down for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left after the hit batter, and after 3 innings, still the Barbers 2 and Hillsboro nothing. Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises kept. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-1700271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we're back, top of the fourth inning for the Barbers. First pitch, a called strike to number 16, Connor Perry, designated hitter. Is outside 2-1-1. One pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hillsboro, at least through almost halfway through this contest, has done a pretty good job of keeping the Barbers down defensively. Only 2 runs through the first 3 innings, 3-1 the count to Connor Perry, leading off the top of the fourth. Strike taken, 3-2. Count moves full to the first hitter in the fourth inning for the Barbers. Three-two pitch. High chopper to second. Nice job to play back on it and wait for the hop. Connor Perry is out at first. 4-3 on the putout for out number 1 in the top of the fourth inning. At the plate, number 3, left-handed hitter Torsten Hersum, third baseman. First pitch to Torsten misses, ball 1. Home run swing on a tailing fastball down, 1-1. Pitch is cutter on the inner half of the plate from Brial, 1-2. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. This may be a 9-inning contest since it is not a doubleheader. If it's a 7-inning contest, we're on pace for to get out of here by before 8 o'clock. Hersum comes up empty, swinging for strike 3, and 2 outs for the Barbers in the top of the fourth. Brial, wild pitch down. Jaden Nakamura talking to himself, mad that he swung at the pitch that rolls all the way to the backstop. May have gotten a piece of it, 0-1. Shows bunt outside, 1-1. Pitch misses, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one pitch. Strike 2 called. Three-two pitch, chopped foul. Count remains full. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Eli Brial has done an excellent job of keeping the Barbers off the base paths. And Jaden Nakamura will reach on a walk. Just as soon as I say Hillsboro had done a great job of limiting Barbers' base runners, Logan Nakamura, center fielder, batting with 2 outs. High chopper to second, throw to first in time, and again, the Barbers leave another base runner. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left after the walk to Jaden Nakamura after 3.5. Barbers 2 and Hillsboro nothing.
Casey Ogden is a healthcare expert with more than 40 years in the field serving others and is college certified in nursing and healthcare administration. Her business, Casey Ogden Healthcare Services, offers everything you need for home health, from limited medical equipment, meal preparation, medication management, medical transportation, and more. Call 971-273-6058 or email caseyogden.hcs.llc@gmail.com.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning for Hillsboro, leading off number 14, third baseman Diego Richards. It will be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Hillsboro, opening up the home half of the 4th. Pitch is down and away, ball 1. One-zero pitch is low, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Just a little bit high, ball 3 from Declan O'Brien. And finally, connects on the strike zone, 3-1. And that's going to get through for the second base hit of the game for Hillsboro. Diego Richards, a leadoff single to left center with A runner aboard for the Wet Sox. First pitch from O'Brien to Eli Brielle, pitcher versus pitcher, swung on and missed, 0-1. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1 strike, throw to second is easily in time. And that will take away the only runner that was on base here in the bottom of the fourth for Hillsboro. 1 out. And base is empty now for Eli Brielle. Pitch is away. 2-0. Three and 0 the count, or 3-1. Pitch is lifted straight back, out of play. Count is full, 3-2. Barbers have somebody warming up in their bullpen. Pitch hammered into the ground off the outer part of the plate. Still, the count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch outside in the dirt for ball 4, and the Barbers again giving up another base runner for Hillsboro. In the bottom of the fourth inning, tying run coming to the plate, second baseman Grayson Grover. Up high, a little bit breaking ball, misses 1-0. Barbers, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Wet Sox, no runs, 1 hit, or no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They haven't updated the base hit for the Wet Sox earlier this inning. Barbers pitching coach Jason Fritz coming out to meet with Declan O'Brien, just likely to give a little bit more time to whoever they have warming up in the bullpen down in the left field corner. And we're ready to resume play. Want to know the count? And ball gets away. Throw to second is not going to be in time. Hillsboro has a runner in scoring position for Grayson Grover. 2-0 the count. Wet Sox second baseman at the plate. Strike 1 taken, belt high, 2-1. A little bit more precise formation of shadows creeping in on the field, especially around home plate as that pitch gets away from Dakota Chun. And now Hillsboro, a runner at third for just the second time in this game. And a 3-1 count for Grayson Grover. 3-1 pitch, breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Comes up empty. Count is full 3-2. Jammed him a little bit. It's going to drift behind the plate and will stay playable. Dakota Chun able to make the catch right in front of the pitch clock. Used for college and minor league baseball. 2 outs for Hillsboro. Still a runner at third. Not sure what the umpires are meeting to discuss. I don't know if they're going to call interference because of the pitch clock. They're going to take away the catch, and we'll go back to a 3-2 count. For Diego Richards, pitches, or not Diego Richards, it's Grayson Grover. It's fouled out of the glove of Chun, still 3-2. And the extra pitch almost allows Hillsboro an extra chance at, I thought that was the second out, but the right fielder making the catch. Gabe Coleman, and coming in to score. I believe Grayson Grover, and it's 2-1. Barbers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch is chopped over to first. Taking it to the bag himself is number 10, Carter Stewart, for out number 3. But the White Sox get a run on a base hit, and after 4, it's now the Barbers 2, and the White Sox 1. Will return in just a moment after this on Westside'sGreatestHits.com and Westside Mobile Media. We'll be back with more great American Legion baseball right after this.
Are you passionate about making a positive impact on the environment? Are you ready to turn your passion for sales into a home-based adventure? We have an exciting opportunity for you. With our flexible work-from-home opportunity, you have the freedom to set your own hours. No more rigid schedules or commuting hassles. Work on your terms and achieve the work-life balance you've always desired. Say goodbye to quotas and hello to flexibility. You set your own hours, ensuring the perfect work-life balance. But it gets better. Get paid for making a difference. Help people transition to clean energy and contribute to a healthier planet. Your success is not just measured in sales, but in the positive impact you make on people and the environment. Ready to make a difference while earning from the comfort of your home? Call us at 503-83-94949 to join our team and be part of our solar revolution.
Top of the 5th inning, Hillsboro 1 run, 2 hits. Portland Barbers 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. Hillsboro's only run came just a moment ago in the bottom of the 4th on a sac fly to right. Top of the order, number 4, shortstop Joe Fagan. Pitch is taken all the way for strike 1. Pitch misses badly outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, if you're watching us live, be sure to click the subscribe button underneath the viewing window and follow us on YouTube. Pitch is lined back up the middle for Joe Fagan. Third base hit of the game for the Barbers on a single to center up the middle. Batting number 15, center fielder Griffin Scott. Pitch a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Throw to first. The 0-1 is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the throw back to first. Trying to keep Fagan close. The 1-1 pitch to Griffin Scott. Runner at first starts to go. Now we'll head back to first. 2-1 as the pitch misses. 2-1 to Griffin. Two-one pitch swung on, and that's going to get through the gap. Back-to-back base hits for the Barbers. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. Number 18, Dakota Chun. Cutter left to right is in there for strike 1. Rial looks at the runner at second, bunted up the third base side. Throw to first is the only play, and that will move the runners over with 1 out. Now both runners into scoring position. Number 19, right fielder Gabe Coltman. 3 home runs on the season through his first 8 games. Had a couple of home runs for Sunset in their state championship win over Grant at Salem Kaiser. So he can go yard in a minor league ballpark, although Salem Kaiser no longer a minor league ballpark, more of they created their own college summer league a couple of years ago after deciding not to make stadium changes that Major League Baseball required for them to stay in the minor leagues. Pitch is lifted to shallow center, and tagging on the play is throw will come in late, scoring Joe Fagan. It's now 3-1 Barbers. 2 outs. Carter Stewart, first baseman. The 3-1 pitch from Brielle, well outside, ball 1. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. From Brielle, down and in, ball 3. Runner at second, 2 outs, a run in on the sacrifice fly. Two sacrifices in the inning, a bunt up the third base line, and then a fly ball. Pitch out gets away from the catcher Dubois, but Barbers are not going to attempt to send the runner. And Hillsboro also has a pitcher warming up in their bullpen, and Brielle's going to get a visit to the mound. One run in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 run in the fifth for Portland, 1 run in the bottom of the fourth for Hillsboro. Brielle will stay in for the time being, just the first visit to the mound. I believe he had a visit to the mound earlier, but that was from Mason Wright, one of the assistant coaches for the White Sox. First pitch misses down and in. 1-0. Dakota Chun. Actually, I think it's number 16, Connor Perry, the designated hitter at the plate. Pitch swung on and missed. Count is even, 1-1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. A run on 2 hits in the inning for the Barbers. Throw to first, or throw to second, back. Brielle turned and threw back up the middle. Strike 2 called, pitch waist high, and Brielle 1 pitch away from getting out of the top of the 5th inning. Barbers averaging over 11 runs a game coming into the contest. They've been held way down, just 3 runs through 4 2/3 against Hillsboro tonight. Pitch is driven though to left and making the catch right up against the line. Coming over is the shortstop for Hillsboro. Actually, I think it was number 14, Diego Richards, the third baseman, making the catch behind the bag. Up against the line for out number 3. But the Barbers get another run on 2 base hits. Can't seem to put Hillsboro away, though. The White Sox making this a little bit more interesting, I think, than what we might have thought coming in. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Barbers 3, Hillsboro 1. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Hillsboro batting. I think there's a new pitcher into the game for the Barbers. Relieving Declan O'Brien will be number 28, Jacob Bishop. First pitch to center fielder Leland Boswell is swung on and missed, 0-1. One and one the count. 1-1 pitch is going to get through for a base hit to right. A leadoff single for Leland Boswell. Number 15 catcher Riley Dubois. Grounder to first. Taking it to the bag, Carter Stewart advancing on the play to second base. Leland Boswell, one out for Hillsboro in the bottom of the fifth. They gave the base hit to the Barbers. Pitch is driven to center field. Tagging on the play is Boswell. The throw to second is up the line, or throw to third is up the line, and Hillsboro has a runner at third, 2 outs. And right fielder Quentin Olson, top of the order, at the plate. Pitch a little bit high, 1-0. Pitch is low and away in the dirt, 2-0. .68 degrees, pretty comfortable for mid to late June. We did have some hotter weather about this time last week. Pitches ruled a low strike, 2-1. Kind of spitting showers earlier this morning. Rain expected, especially by the weekend, but back to warmer temperatures by the first part of next week. Ground ball to right. And Quentin Olson will score. Leland Boswell from third. And It's 3-2 Barbers. Batting number 22, Nigel Folland. Hillsboro shortstop, throw to first. Pitch is in the dirt. It's going to kick away from Dakota Chun. Now the tying run in scoring position, 2 outs, and Quentin Olson at second. Hillsboro has scored in each of the last 2 innings. Barbers scored in each of the first 2 innings and the top of this inning. Scoreboard is incorrect. It shows 2 runs, 2 hits for Hillsboro. They have 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error, just wide of the line at first foul. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch to Nigel Folland. Bishop, grounder to first. And Perry for Carter Stewart will take it to the bag himself. But Hillsboro does pick up another run on 2 base hits. And after 5, it's the Barbers 3 and the Hillsboro Wet Sox 2. We've got ourselves a game for the first time this season. We've got ourselves a game late into the contest. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Barbers clinging to a 1-run lead, 3-2, when we return.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
Jason, let's go see your...
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And we're back top of the 6th inning. Barbers 3, Hillsboro 2. Portland has scored 89 runs through their first 8 games and held to just 3 through the first 5 innings tonight. The pitch from Briol is low and away, ball 1. Eli Briol has only allowed 5 base hits through the first 5 innings. Only 3 runs to the Barbers. 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Be a little bit closer to the plate, still looked outside, but he swings at it and misses. 2-1. First at bat tonight for Max Bishop. Lifts that one out, foul out of play off the first base side. 2-2. Count is even. 3-2 Barbers in the top of the 6th inning. Just misses inside. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jaden Nakamura on deck. The 3-2 from Brial. Grounded to third on a couple of hops. The throw across is in time for out number 1. 5-3 to record out number 1 in the top of the 6th. Jaden Nakamura at the plate. Well outside, 1-0. That was almost like a pitch out type delivery, but no runners aboard. Not sure. That pitch just may have slipped out of the hand of Brial. And after the meeting with head coach Joe Duran at third, Nakamura settles in and takes a pitch low and away off the glove of Du Bois, 2-0. 1 out in the top of the 6th, 3-2 Barbers. Sliced foul, straight back, just a little bit off to the left over the top of the overhang off the third base side. 2-1 the count. Grounded to second. Nice play defensively. Throw to first in time from the second baseman. Ranging to his left, Grayson Grover. The throw to first for out number 2. Batting number 1, bottom of the order, Logan Nakamura. Center fielder. Hard grounder to second. Has a little bit of an issue with it after he traps it initially. Throw to first again in time. So 4-3 back-to-back putouts for Hillsboro to close out the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Portland Barbers have themselves a bit of a battle on their hands, leading by just 1 run as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Portland Barbers 3, Hillsboro Wet Sox 2.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Second relief pitcher of the game enters for the Barbers after Jacob Bishop came in last inning. New pitcher number 15, Griffin Scott, who got the start in left field. Again, it will be the 3-4-5 hitters for Hillsboro to start the inning offensively for the Wet Sox. Diego Richards, third baseman, moseying up to the batter's box. Ground ball back up the middle, a couple of hops, a throw to first in time. 6-3 on the throw for out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Number 3, pitcher designated hitter Eli Brial. Upstairs, ball 1. Is taken just above the knees for first strike of the at bat, 1-1. One pitch just outside, apparently framed right in the strike zone as far as vertically. 3-2 Barbers in the bottom of the 6th. Down and in, 3-1 the count. Hillsboro has scored 1 run in each of the last 2 innings. And that's going to get down for a single to center field for Eli Brial. 5th hit of the game for Hillsboro. Number 10, second baseman Grayson Grover. Off speed, swung on and missed, 0-1. One pitch up and in, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. And now they've added a run to Hillsboro instead of a base hit. Hillsboro has not scored in this inning. We're going to try to confirm the score next time we go to break. It should be 3-2 Barbers, not 3-3. Pitch just swung on and missed. Count is full 3-2. Lifted straight back out of play. Still 3-2. Down and in for a 1-out walk to Grayson Grover, and out runners at first and second, and the tying run in scoring position at second base. Jay Munoz Cooper, first baseman. 1 out, runners at first and second. Left-hander bunts it back up the third base side. Throw to first is tagging the bag just in time. Hayden Nakamura for out number 2. Runner will advance to third on the play. Pitch is swung on and missed to Leland Boswell, center fielder, 0-1. Again, comes up empty, 0-2. Strike 3 called, ring him up to end the bottom of the 6th with a runner in scoring position, the tying run in scoring position after 6. Barbers clinging to a 1-run lead, 3-2. We'll try to get confirmation on the score when we come back with the top of the 7th inning. We think it's Barbers 3, Hillsboro 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 7th inning, trying to get confirmation on the scoreboard operators know they realize they made a mistake. 3-2, base hit for the Barbers. Go to Chun batting. For the Barbers, starting catcher. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Pitch low and away, ball 1. Two 2-0 the count to the Portland catcher, Dakota Chun. And yeah, I think that's number 18. Could be Gabe Coltman. It's either 18 or 19. This is Dakota Chun. Pitches fouled out of the glove of Du Bois. 2-1. Pitch out. Nearly got past Du Bois. 3-1. Brial wheels back to second. Throw is high. Runner dives back safely. But can't quite tell who it is. Runner reached while we were trying to figure out the scoreboard situation between innings. And Dakota Chun will walk on 5 pitches. 3-1. Misses outside, and that may be it for Eli Brial. And Mason Wright gives a tap of the hat to the bullpen. I believe that is the signal for a pitching change. Nice job, though, for Eli Brial, allowing just 3 runs on 6 hits. Correction, 3 runs on 5 hits. Scoreboard shows 6 hits. We can read the number on the uniform of the new Hillsboro pitcher. We'll give you that information. It's like number 24, Cole Thomas. We'll be back in just a moment. Helping out press box and PA when we can. It did not appear that they knew who the new pitcher was for Hillsboro. So once we got that information, we're able to read the number for number 24, Colt Thomas. We down and gave that to them before we resumed action from the warm-ups for Mr. Thomas. Top of the seventh inning. Reaching third on the pitch in the dirt. Now I think the scoreboard is showing the pitch count. Two and one the count. You do have the scoreboard correct, but it shows as the first inning. Low on outside. Rip to third, throw to second for one on to first. Double play. And Hillsboro's going to keep the Barbers off the board. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Hillsboro a chance to walk it off and give the Barbers their first loss of the season in just a moment. Okay, we got the scoreboard correct on the main board out in left center field. Able to help public address and scoreboard team get things straightened out somewhat. Box score's a little bit off, but main score to this point, 3-2 is correct. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out. Hillsboro at the plate. Reaching for one and lining it foul. Ethan Jackson off the right side, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch popped straight up. Well, not straight up, into shallow center field. Drifting back is the shortstop for the Barbers for out number 2. I know there's been some defensive changes. Now playing catcher for the Barbers, I believe, is number 20. It's 27, Chase Randall. Starting catcher, who was Dakota Chun, is now at third base. It's like shortstop might be number 14. But I don't think there's a number 14 on the Barbers roster, so that's got to be incorrect. Batting for Hillsboro, leading off top of the order, Quentin Olson, right fielder. 2 outs, 0-1 the count. This may be the final out for Hillsboro. Not sure if this is a 7-inning or 9-inning contest. 1-1 the count as that pitch misses. One, fouled straight back, 1-2 into the netting. Grounded to third. Dakota Chun, the long throw in time for out number 3. And I believe that is the contest. Barbers are coming off the field like they've won the game, but Hillsboro really with all the momentum keeping Portland to just 3 runs, but the Barbers do improve to 9-0 with their lowest offensive output of the season, just 3 runs, outscoring Hillsboro 3-2. That'll do it for us. Final score in 7 innings, Portland Barbers 3 and the Hillsboro White Sox 2. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Portland Barbers American Legion Baseball live from Hillsboro Ballpark. We'll be back here again tomorrow night as the Barbers look for their 10th straight win to open the season. Thanks for listening. Good night and God bless.